Here are 7 quick ways to ensure no one likes or respects you, so in order to be liked or respected, just do the opposite of all of these things. Number 1. Interrupt others. When listening to others, be sure to hijack what they're saying when you think you've figured out what they're going to say next. Complete their sentences for them because you want to prioritise brevity. Never let someone complete their thoughts or what they want to say. Why let someone finish their sentence when you could finish it for them? Too right. Showing them in the process you know better and your word is more valuable than theirs. And when you do interrupt others but you misjudge the stream of their thoughts, who cares? At least you're speaking now and the spotlight is on you. 2. Only talk about yourself and your accomplishments. Speaking of the spotlight being on you, when you do talk, make sure you always talk about you. What you're doing in life, your accomplishments, your opinions and worldviews. Why revolve the conversation around someone else when you're a lot more interesting? Besides, if you do revolve the conversation around them, you'll have to listen, and how boring. And even if someone asks you a question which is unrelated to you, spin it round, so it involves you in some way. Bonus points if when someone is opening up to you and being vulnerable, you hijack the conversation and spin the spotlight back on yourself. 3. Act disinterested when listening. If on the odd chance you do listen to someone, take every opportunity to signal that you don't care. Don't hold eye contact, posture away from them, rub your face and look at other things and sigh. The sigh should be enough, and this should signal this isn't worth my time and I could be doing a million things which are better than this, like talking to myself in the mirror. Then the person you're disinterestedly listening to will either stop talking or they'll ask you a question related to what they've been talking about. But you won't know the answer, obviously, because you haven't been listening, so just say, yeah, and then get straight back to talking about yourself. Or you could take this one step further. Number 4. Don't listen at all. Whether someone is opening up to you, engaging in conversation, or just trying to have a chat with you, make sure that you occupy your thoughts with what you want to say next. That way you won't have space in your mind to pay attention to what they're talking about and the reverberating chatter in your mind, so win-win. Anyway, why listen to other people when you know best? Number 5. Invalidate their feelings. Imagine you're a dad and you're asleep halfway through the night. Suddenly, your 5-year-old son screams and you rush to his room to see what's going on. And as you enter the room, you see your son curled at the edge of his bed, staring at the closet door in front of him. What's wrong? You ask him. There's a monster in the closet, he says in a quivering voice. Tired, annoyed, and thinking about the big project you have at work tomorrow, you tell your son that monsters don't exist, open the closet to show him nothing is in there, tell him to go back to sleep, and carry on back to your room. Problem solved, right? No. Because you still have a terrified son. But in our context, this is the ideal to strive for. Make sure the people you're speaking to, arguing with, or those that you love, have no right to feel what they're feeling. What matters most is what you feel, not them. If they're visibly upset about something you've done, just tell them how ridiculous they are and tell them to get over it. After all, emotions never solved anything, right? Right. Especially other people's. 6. Passively cancel plans. Make sure you're a flake. Be sure to act excited when someone proposes a plan, but cancel either at the last minute or just don't tell them you've cancelled at all. Got an event booked in with a friend but you don't want to go? Brilliant. As you slowly approach the day of the event, gradually cut off all contact with the friend and act like you've lost your phone. And as they bombard you with messages such as, "Are we still on? What time should I pick you up?" Act as if you haven't seen them. Then the date of the event will pass, and this is the key trick. Don't speak to this friend for at least 2 weeks in the hopes they will forget about everything and won't call you out on why you bailed. If you're lucky, your friendship won't be that strong anyway and they won't call you out on your flakiness. How could I forget? If you do cancel plans, make sure you do it via text message as well. And lastly, number 7. Disrespect yourself and wallow in your self-pity. Don't make the mistake of just talking about all of your good qualities in conversation, because remember, we don't want people to like or respect us. So when you do speak about yourself, make sure you talk down on yourself and you wallow in your dance of self-pity in the hopes that the other person will take pity on you. When something good happens to you, downplay it and say you don't deserve it. Whenever someone compliments you, disagree with them, actively robbing them of the opportunity to express their gratitude for you. And whenever someone gives you a gift, demand that they take it back instantly, because again, you don't deserve it. Destroy the vulnerability of the moment. Carry yourself in social situations like a defeated dog, anxiously seeking the validation of others to tell you you're not that bad. Revel in your narcissism and soak up each bit of validation you get from others that you're in fact Okay, and even when others give their arguments for why you're not that bad, still disagree with them and use it as fuel to further berate yourself. And with all that being said, I'm sure if you follow these 7 tips, no one in their right mind will like or respect you. So, to be liked or respected, just do the opposite.